Kristin Cavallari has blasted Scott Disick and even branded him as manipulative as she read direct messages that he allegedly recently sent her years after hookup rumors. The 37-year-old media personality took to her Let's Be Honest podcast on Tuesday to clear up rumors of a prior relationship and reveal where she stands now with the 41-year-old The Kardashian star. Kristin read alleged direct messages from the father to 3 of Kourtney Kardashian's children on the show as she said it's been such a long time. It's kind of crazy that our lives also ended up being kind of similar. I feel like it would be so good to see you and catch up and just talk about the stress and all the different things you got to go through with kids and changing your life around over and over. I really miss you though and wish I would have reached out earlier, just been busy trying to be the best dad I can be. She went on to say that Scott concluded the message by saying that he is working on himself and they should talk in a more direct way. Kristin read, I don't have time for much but trying to think about myself a little bit again. Trying anyway. Hope to hear from you. Just text me so it's easier to chat. The Laguna Hills star did not react too kindly to the message as she responded on the podcast claiming that he was being manipulative. Kristin said, Scott, you miss me after 17 years. If this is not the most manipulative text I've ever gotten, well then I don't know what is. This is classic textbook manipulation control. The podcast episode had Kristin read old headlines about herself and sharing her side of the story. In this case, an old headline which claimed that she had an affair with Scott while he was in a relationship with Kourtney. She denied the affair back then and also again in the podcast as she explained, we used to party together. We used to hang out all the time. Nothing ever happened between us. Then he started dating Kourtney. Kourtney and I became really good friends and I really loved Kourtney. We had so much fun together. Scott and Kourtney broke up. Well, I'm still friends with Scott. However, things got complicated as she joined he and his friends on a Las Vegas trip which sent tongues wagging. Kristin said, I was never alone with Scott. Not even for 1 minute was I ever alone with Scott. Next morning wake up, I think it was that said Scott and I hooked up in Vegas. The Hills star went on to allege that one of their mutual friends from the trip had alleged for a fact that Scott 100% planted the hookup story in order to get Kourtney back and piss off his ex at the time. Kristin explained there was zero truth to it. We weren't even being flirty or touchy. There was nothing to it. I could see if we were out at a club and we were like flirting and like just being drunk and like having fun. That wasn't even the case. What makes this all even more interesting is that Kristin had previously dated Kourtney's former stepbrother Brody Jenner.